everyone. How are we doing tonight? Tonight I'm here to try 12 different teas for you from the Herbal Tea Co. Very high quality tea. I'm in my tea party dress, so obviously that means we're trying tea. And we're going to begin with some iced tea since it's summertime. So we'll start by tasting 3 iced teas, and then it'll be followed by 9 hot teas with cookies and other things to taste. But we'll start with just a classic unsweetened iced tea. This is the berry petal infusion. It has elderberries, currants, hibiscus petals, natural flavors, and it's naturally caffeine free, as are all the teas, which is perfect for right before bed actually. Okay, so to make the iced tea, we're just going to take a few scoops of our berry petal. You can give it a smell. This one is amazing, and it is such a pretty color. I'm going to get a nice hefty scoop. And you can see the dried petals and berries. Okay, so then to steep it, it's a bit different than when you have hot tea. We just have some cold water here that we're going to pour in. And you can already see there's a bit of color there from the tea. Now, if we were making warm tea, of course it would only take 3-5 minutes. But for our iced tea, you're going to want to go ahead and leave it for about 3 hours or so. And then it'll be ready to make some iced tea. We already have some prepared to taste today for our tea tasting. So let's give it a taste. Alright, as you can see, after the 3 hours, it's a much deeper, darker color. And of course, it'll be much tastier too. So we have a pretty glass here, some ice. Because what would iced tea be without ice? These ice cubes are also like a particular texture that I really like. They're almost kind of soft. Now, if you'd like, you can of course have it sweetened. To begin, we're just going to have unsweetened because this one is already naturally very sweet. And also just to kind of coat our palate before all the tasting today, right? Put it here. Alright, and you can see again that beautiful berry color. Cheers. It's very tart. I'm getting, this one would even be good, really good with some honey, maybe. thinking of maybe even doing some combinations with the tea one day. I think for today we might just be tasting them on their own. This one would also be really good with a lemon slice. It would also look very cute. I am personally a big fan of any kind of mocktail. So you can go to town and make a mocktail. Speaking of them, we're going to go ahead and make one next for our second iced tea we'll be trying tonight. Okay, and for our next iced tea, we're going to be using the Summer Honey Peach, which visually is such a pretty tea, and we have a little bit here with us to see up close as well. You can see there's little flowers and dried bits of peach. Okay, and we have some already steeped here. But of course, we're going to make a mocktail. Now we also have this delicious pineapple soda, and that is a sneak peek for the next iced tea we'll be tasting. And for now, we have this beautiful fresh peach that we're going to be mashing with some sugar. I like mine sweet. And it kind of looks like when you make a pie. And if this seems like an absurd amount of sugar, it's still not enough. Everyone makes fun of me for how much sugar I put in my tea and my coffee. But it's a mocktail, so let's just have a little bit of fun with it. We'll go ahead and mush the peach up with the sugar and make a bit of a puree. If you want to get especially fancy, making your own homemade syrups at home with fresh fruit is life-changing, especially a strawberry syrup. If you ever go and pick strawberries fresh and look up a syrup to make, it's so delicious if you like to make drinks like this at home or your own tea and coffee. Now we have a perfect sweet peachy jam to put at the bottom of our mocktail. Just use our spoon here and scoop some into our cup. Again, I like my drink sweet, so I'm going to put a nice hefty amount. I like having some of the peach chunks for texture. We'll go ahead and add some ice. you like a little bit of an Okay, now we have our tea that's already steeped, and this has a little bit of sweetener in it as well. Again, told you I like my sweet, and it's a mocktail, so what the heck. And we'll go ahead and give this a pour. It looks beautiful. Okay. And I might also give it a stir with our spoon here so that the peach is nice and incorporated. It looks beautiful. Okay, so then we can get a sip with peach in it, because we don't have a straw. But if you were to make this at home, it would also be really delicious with a straw to get to the bottom. Get all the peach. And we'll put a little bit of mint for garnish and some freshness. Fresh from the garden. It looks so pretty. I just want to stare at it. But I'm even more excited to take a taste and hopefully not spill it with my shaky hands. It's perfect. It's nice and subtly sweet, actually, regardless of the sweetener we added. I like the texture of the peach, and the tea itself is not overly sweet and overpowering the freshness of the peach. Now, of course, we don't have mint actually mixed into the tea, but there's a bit of an experience when you kind of lean in and you can smell it as you taste it. Your smell and your taste are interlinked. And I personally think visuals have a big play in taste sometimes too. And of course, this is very visually appealing. Okay, now we can go ahead and sadly but happily move on to the next tea. I'd love to just sit here, sip this, and chat with you, but we have so many goodies to taste today. Let's move on to our pineapple. Okay, it's now time for our last iced tea, and we saved the best for last. I'm ecstatic to try this. We have Pina colada. This is one of my favorite teas from the Herbal Tea Co. There's so many enticing things about it. First of all, Pina colada. Need I say any more? Second, it has raisin-like qualities. So, sometimes you can find a little bit and have a treat even, which you might think is weird, but it's dried fruit and it's delicious. And crunchy, as you can hear. So I'll read to you what's in it. Okay, we have apple pieces, which is a bit of what I just ate now. It's kind of like an apple chip, banana chip, something like that. hibiscus petals, rose hip, pineapple was that first raisin-like dried fruit piece that I ate, and coconut pieces. And again, all caffeine free, which is perfect for us because we need to sleep. So we have some steeped here, and we have some very fancy, delicious looking pineapple soda that I have not tried, and I'm really excited to try. It's the London Essence roasted pineapple crafted soda made with natural flavors, background notes of basil. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab some ice again. That might not fit in our cup. There we go. We can get bigger chunks of ice now because we have a bigger glass for this one. Oops. Okay, so I think I'll do probably half and half. Half soda and half tea. What do you think? Love the fizzy sounds of soda. Okay, and let's pour our Pina colada tea. I'd say that was just about half and half, maybe more tea. But look at this sunset effect we got. So beautiful. Okay, and again, we'll do some fresh mint from the garden to garnish. And just look at that. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Now, our first sip I think is going to be more tea than soda, so I might need to grab a spoon to stir this, but I just thought it looked so pretty with the colors divided like that. But let's take a sip. So we definitely got to taste tea. I'll go ahead and take a sip of the soda separate too, and then we'll mix it and see what they taste like together. So the soda's very good and also subtly sweet, so nothing too overpowering. I'll try the tea again. Okay, let's go ahead and mix it. Alright, we'll taste it again. Oh, it's just perfect. It's delicious with a little bit of bubbles from the soda. Oh, just so refreshing. Now I'm really loving these iced teas, but I can't wait to just have a little bit of a classic tea party with you next. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the hot tea portion of this video, which I'm really excited for. This is just the classic tea party time. So we have our sleepy tea collection I put together tonight. So our first 3 teas will be sleepy themed, which I thought was perfect and on brand. So we have Sweet Dreams to begin with. Then we have Soft Chamomile Medley. And then we have Fresh Mint Blend, which I thought was just perfect for after dinner. It helps with de-bloating, and if you ever feel uncomfortable after eating too much, you can always have peppermint tea or mint tea to ease your stomach. So I thought it was perfect for the sleepy time. Alright, so I've already had my mint tea steeping, so it'll be ready to taste in a minute. But let's prepare our other 2 teas now. so we'll start with our sweet dreams. I'm just going to use these really cute disposable tea bags. And what we're going to do is just open it up. And fill it with tea. And this has apple and lavender, chamomile. I can read a couple more ingredients. Lemon balm, licorice, fennel. There's some peppermint in this as well. Okay, and then all you do is go ahead and seal up the tea bags. The tea leaves can't get out. Okay, put it in our cup. Okay, and then we have our beautiful pot here. Okay. I'm going to add any sugar to these because they're meant to be drank before bed, and it's not always great to have too much sugar before bed. However, we are going to enjoy our peppermint with some chocolate because that's my absolute favorite combination, is mint and chocolate, or one of my favorite combinations. So here's the mint tea. Okay. And I really want to try one of our sweets we have here. This chocolate one specifically, like I said, with the mint. Okay, and then we have some other goodies to try too with some of the other teas perhaps. But first we'll go ahead and just taste the tea on its own. And of course, it's just classic mint. So delicious. Peppermint, spearmint. There's also some rosehip, ginger, rose, marigold. So it is a blend. It's not just peppermint, which is pretty exciting. And let's go ahead and have it with a little biscuit. This is fun. I definitely am a little famished and I need a snack. That's perfect. And again, with that mint, oh my goodness. And these biscuits are so high quality along with the tea, being high quality. It's perfect. We have some visitors, little bugs. There's nothing like, after dinner, having a little bit of chocolate and mint tea to wash it down and to ease your stomach. Okay, so next we have our chamomile medley. Of course, it's just perfect for inducing relaxation and sleep. forgetting to have my pinky up for the tasting. You'd think the sleeves would remind me, and everything else too. So of course the chamomile has chamomile, bamboo leaves, pineapple pieces, and cornflower petals. Okay. And our last sleepy tea, the classic Sweet Dreams. And this one has, of course, lavender in it and chamomile, so it's the best one for sleepy time. Now, I'm not one to always drink lavender. I love the smell of it, but it's really, really nice before bed. It's also really good because it has touches of fennel and apple, so there's a little bit of sweetness as opposed to just a lavender or a chamomile tea. These were very good. Now I'm excited to move on to our next 3 teas. Okay, we have our next set of 3 teas. This set is a little more fun, fruity, and exciting. So our first one is Vintage Candy Shop, which is very enticing, I think. And it's also visually very beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make a tea bag. And the colors in this tea are just so pretty. The blue flowers are just very striking. Okay. So we'll go ahead and let that begin to steep. Okay, and our next tea is the Raspberry Lemon Fernia. And go ahead and pour the water for this one as well. And then again, I've already had our Enchanted Forest steeping, so we could try it first. This is my favorite tea by the Herbal Tea Co. It is so delicious and very sweet on its own. And it has beautiful big chunks of fruit and cucumber. It's fresh but sweet at the same time. And you can see and hear the pieces. And I'm going to put just a little sprinkle of sugar in it, even though again it's already naturally sweet. And go ahead and give it a stir, and it's just the most beautiful red purple color. And we'll taste it, even though I know exactly what it tastes like. I'm very familiar. There is rosehip, but it's more subtle. Lime and orange. There's even tomato and cucumber, so again, you get a little bit of the freshness, but the sweet is definitely more overpowering in a good way. Now I know when you sip tea, you're supposed to smell it first and then sip. And kind of see your first impression of it. Which again, this would not be the best tea for me to have a first impression of, because again, I'm unfamiliar. I love that one. Alright, so let's check on our next tea here, which is just the prettiest pink color. Oh my goodness. It's like this salmon pink. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's awfully cute with the yellow plate and yellow butterfly cup too. This one I can have, I think I have tried this one too actually. Oh, I can definitely smell the raspberry. Oh my goodness. Now this one, unlike Enchanted, I can taste the herbal floral aspects to it. So let's take a look at the ingredients here. Oh yes, we have the hibiscus and the rose. I think it's the rose that's shining through. I find rose to be very potent. There's also lemongrass, apple, and the lemon. You can definitely smell the lemon and the raspberry right off the bat. Very delicious, also nice for the summertime. Even though it's warm, you can still have a fruity tea at night when it's a little bit cooler. And it's really pleasant to wind down before bed. Oh my goodness, this one is so beautiful. It looks like something out of Twilight. Oh, and it's hiding here. This is the vintage candy shop. This one is so incredibly intriguing. It is so pretty. That's one thing about these teas as well. Visually, the packaging, literally, the actual tea leaves themselves, everything is just so beautiful. So we should have another biscuit maybe with the vintage tea shop. And I think we just have to do the one that matches the tea, don't you think? So let's have a bite of a sweet first and then sip the tea. Oh, this one's a little crumbly. So the biscuits kind of got cinnamon, but also like a powdered donut it reminds me of, but crunchier. Be really good with the chai we're gonna try probably last. But let's have the vintage candy shop. Whoa. This one definitely just tastes nostalgic. Vintage candy shop. That's really funny. It's named perfectly. It really does remind me of walking into an old penny candy store and like the smell inside. This tastes like the smell of a penny candy store. I'm not the biggest fan of licorice, but in combination with the fruitiness of this, and because of the cozy, nostalgic feel to it, it actually is delicious. and the flavors complement each other really, really well, which is funny because licorice is such an intense flavor. So to be able to achieve such a smooth tea with a strong flavor like that is pretty impressive. So yes, it has the apple pieces and hibiscus that really mix well with the licorice. I'm surprised at how much I liked this one. Of course, it's called Vintage Candy Shop. How can you not like it? I really wanted to like it, and I did with the licorice and all. So I'm getting sad because we're now moving on to our last 3 teas, but I'm also excited because the fun is not over yet. Okay, for our last set of teas, I went for an herbal vibe. This is one of the favorites. It's the cinnamon bun chai. And then we have the petal parade. And then this one, we have some honey and lemon to accompany the golden tonic. So I'm going to make all the tea bags for you here because I think that it's quite a relaxing process putting these together. We have the cinnamon bun chai. I know for the other teas we started on this side, but I want to save this one, so we're going to start on this side now. And we'll just let that steep while we prepare the others. Okay, going for the petal parade next. This one also has those very pretty blue flowers. I don't know what those are. You can comment if you know. This is our specialty. Specialty. Oops. Of course, the special one I'm pouring all over the table. Okay. Alright. And thank goodness we're outside. We can just swipe it away. Let this steep and prepare it last so that we finish on a high note, although we've been on a high note the whole time. Okay. Now this one is, I am such a nerd. I can't get over how gorgeous the color of these teas are. This one is the most beautiful sunset orange, cinnamon, ginger, white pepper, cloves, very, very herbal. Let's give it a taste. The cinnamon bun chai now. Herbal Tico also has a chai, a normal chai. Cinnamon bun's just a little bit of a sweeter take on that one. Now, I don't have any cream with me today, but This one is most delicious with cream and sugar, I think, if you treat it like a classic black tea with a twist. This one is also a favorite, I believe. Or I know. Delicious. And it matches the butterfly on the cup. Okay, moving on to our petal braid. Now, this one is also a very beautiful orange color. Actually, it's an even darker orange than our cinnamon bun. I thought this one was beautiful. This one's even more beautiful. Cornflower, safflower. Yes, it was almost reminding me of saffron. Alright, so let's give it a taste. Oh wow, the smell. I'm sorry to back away. The smell is fruity, actually. How interesting. Oh, it's very subtle. That's probably the most subtle one I've tasted so far. I find that with more herbal teas, they tend to be more subtle. I will say my favorites are more the fruity, but an herbal tea just feels so incredibly healing. There's something about it that makes you feel like you're taking care of your body by drinking it, and you literally are. Alright, so I'm very excited to add the honey and lemon to our last tea here. And of course, it is this beautiful sunshine yellow color. My goodness. Let's go ahead and squirt some lemon. And a nice hefty spoonful of honey. I can smell the lemon. Okay, and let that dissolve for a moment and stir it. It smells so good, oh my goodness. So of course this one has lemon, ginger, safflower, marigold. It's a very simple tea, but adding the fresh lemon and honey makes it just a little bit more complex. I'm very excited to have this last tea with you, and I really appreciate you spending the afternoon or evening with me. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I could drink this whole cup right now. Oh, the combination with the honey is heavenly. This one is less herbal, but it still had the ginger and the lemon, which felt healing, so I thought it kind of fit into this trio of teas. Oh my goodness, this was such a pleasure spending time with you, tasting all of these delicious, high-quality teas. Ceci is my good friend, and she owns the Herbal Tea Co. She works really hard, so it's always a pleasure to be able to taste her teas. She's always giving me teas, and I love collaborating with her. Supporting a small business, supporting a friend, and I think that's what life is all about. It's collaboration, creation, love, support. It's really, really beautiful, and you guys are a part of that today with me. You support me and love me, and I love you, and so appreciative. So again, thank you for spending the time with me. I hope you really enjoyed this video. We put a lot of work into it for you to share these beautiful teas with you and relax with you. I hope you sleep well or just relax. Please have an amazing